Good late Friday evening. I am certified meteorologist Nick Kelly checking in on this October 11th of 2019. As advertised, we can thank the potent cold front that rolled on through to switch us between, you can even argue, 2, if not 3 seasons. Yesterday was certainly a late summer, early fall day with highs pushing into the upper 70s near 80. But we are getting a taste of winter tonight with our first freeze looking very likely as we get your Saturday morning started. But it won't be long before we start to warm things up once again. Before we get to where we're going, let's look back on our day from Indigo Sky just outside of Seneca, Missouri, right on the Oklahoma-Missouri state line along U.S. Highway 60. This is what our southern counties had to deal with this morning. Cloud cover still and on and off periods of rain and thunderstorms. Then everybody enjoyed a nice looking Friday afternoon with plenty of sunshine and taking us right into sunset. But it has definitely cooled down quite a bit behind the cold front. We went from, again, middle to upper 70s to almost 80 yesterday, down to the upper 30s this morning, and then we only rebounded to 50 degrees today, thanks to that northwest wind behind the front. And you can see how quickly temperatures have dropped, meaning underneath quiet skies tonight, after we dealt with the rain and thunderstorms this morning, along with drier air working in, we are going to at least not only get a break from the rain that we saw with this last system, area-wide amounts averaging 1.2 inches based on radar estimates, but it's the drier air working in with the lighter breeze and still the cold air in place. We have freeze warnings for everybody to take us into Saturday morning, 8 o'clock at the very latest, because even though we're already in the 30s, we are not done dropping the thermometer just yet. From 7th to Rangeline, just before 10:37 on this Friday night, the skies looked calm. Roads over the east side of Joplin look calm as can be for a very late Friday night. Again, our high today is 51. We should be around 73, so it's quite a switch in temperatures. And that low of 37, that is actually where Joplin Regional last checked in at the top of the 10 o'clock hour. 3/10 of an inch of rain deserted Joplin Regional today. That puts us over 1.5 inches for the month and close to 55 inches for the year. Keep in mind, for a normal year, as far as rain totals go, we should be topping out around 46.5 inches. So we definitely need to back off on this rain. Thankfully, we get a chance to do so for the rest of the weekend. 37 degrees at last check at Joplin Regional, with a very light south breeze at 3 miles per hour and drier air working in. You see those dew points around 31. It gives you an idea of where temperatures gradually want to go as we head into Saturday morning. So, with the lighter breeze working in and drier air working in, we'll take everybody's current readings at last check in the middle to upper 30s. We'll drop them back into the lower 30s, and some of you will even start in the upper 20s to start your Saturday morning out. So hopefully, with these freeze warnings, you've covered the plants or brought them in, and you disconnected the garden hoses so you be sure that they don't freeze if they are stuck outside. From the Skywatch Storm Tracker, we have stayed quiet all afternoon, all evening long, not just in our area, but across the entire 4-state region. We can thank high pressure at the surface that's building in for keeping us quiet as we go through the rest of the weekend. But that's the same high that's also bringing in the drier air. If you have dry air in place during the day, it doesn't take much sunlight to heat up dry air, but at the same time, with dry air in place at night, temperatures will greatly drop off as we go into the overnight hours. And also doesn't help either, as you don't want the cold this early, that we still have the upper low. It's not giving us another storm system, but it is keeping the jet stream to the south and keeping us a bit chilly as we head through not only the rest of the night, but into Saturday. Our next system, though, we're already watching, starting to come out of the state of Alaska and working over the Gulf of Alaska. That will be the next storm system that'll work in by, let's say, early next week. That still has a ways to go before it gets here, though. So we'll just keep things calm as we go throughout the rest of the night. On the other hand, it's the same calm conditions. The clear skies, the light southwest breeze at 5 to 10, even though it's a warmer breeze, that will still leave us with upper 20s to lower 30s across the area. So at the very least, we'll drop off to 32 degrees before we hit sunrise in the morning. Thankfully, with the southwest breeze kicking into gear during the course of the day, southwest wind at 5 to 15, occasional gusts near 20, that will send temperatures on a warming trend again. It'll still be chilly, but certainly a lot better compared to today. 54 at noon. High temperatures in Joplin should be topping out around 59. Southwest Missouri, let's say upper 50s to about 60 degrees for you. And at the very least, lower 60s as we head into southeast Kansas and northeast Oklahoma for your Saturday afternoon. As we go through the rest of the weekend, no big storm systems on the immediate horizon, so we'll take this upper low and eventually scoot this off to the north and east. That'll allow some more milder air to work in for Sunday, thinking highs in the mid-60s as we continue with mostly sunny skies. We stay quiet to start the new work week and school week off. Monday's looking pretty quiet, partly to mostly sunny, with temperatures back at least into the lower, if not middle 70s. But that next system coming out of the Gulf of Alaska, it'll be working over the western U.S. as we head into Monday, and on Tuesday, that is when it starts to roll into our neck of the woods, and that will be our next best shot for rain and thunderstorms as we get closer to the middle part of the week ahead. Before we see those rain chances work in, cold tonight, chilly tomorrow with highs back near 59, some of you back in the lower 60s, everybody in the mid-60s for Sunday with skies staying mostly sunny. Fortunately, Sunday morning is only dropping off into the lower 40s. 73 Monday and Tuesday. Behind Tuesday's system will drop back to 60 for Wednesday afternoon, then back into the lower 70s by the end of next week, and we'll see if another storm system can get its act together by next Friday. Have a good night. Have a great Saturday.